Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Terri and I'm with Philippine Travel Updates. In this video, we'll talk about the One Health Pass. There have been some changes for the month of March and that's what we're going to talk about. So you can answer One Health Pass smoothly, no unnecessary surprise, no. And just a reminder, One Health Pass is an online form where you register, you put in your information, basic information about yourself, travel history, and you have to submit your negative test result and vaccination proof there. Now, One Health Pass is required for all passengers of all ages, regardless of vaccination status. No One Health Pass QR code, no boarding of flight. Alright, so let's go ahead with the changes. First change. The first change in the One Health Pass, it's a good update that they have already included antigen tests. So if you go to the COVID-19 test result requirement, the question is now updated to, do you have negative RT-PCR test result taken within 48 hours or antigen test taken within 24 hours before your scheduled departure? Ayan. So for those who are having doubts on to the acceptance of antigen test, accepted na po siya. It's already reflected in One Health Pass. And if you can upload your result, please do upload your result. RT-PCR or antigen test result, accepted na siya. That is with red asterisk, no? While the accepted format is still the same, PDF, JPEG, JPEG, or PNG. Most of the time naman, the results sent to you are in the form of PDF, diba? Sent to your email by your labs or the hospital or pharmacy. So, yun na po. Okay na po yung PDF file. While if you have a printed copy, you can just take a picture of it, a clear picture, and submit it to One Health Pass. It is really best, guys, that you wait for your negative test result before you register to One Health Pass. Because registering to One Health Pass, really, if you have everything, if you answer everything correctly, it should only take 5 minutes at least, or 5 to 10 minutes. And this is not new, but I just want to add, there is also a question in One Health Pass about testing laboratory. Jennifer, are we gonna be tested? No, guys. As long as you have the accepted proof of vaccination, valid negative test result, you will not be tested upon arrival in the Philippines. Just select one and don't stress about it. Next up. New question, occupation. This was not asked before. I don't know, suddenly the Philippine authorities are interested on what do you do for a living, what do you do? So for foreigners, there is a question, occupation with the red asterisk. There is no drop-down option, so you have to type right in to whether you are a retiree or I don't know, what do you guys do? And if you don't have an occupation, then put none. Simple. While for non-OFWs, Filipinos, there are options po. Drop-down options for non-OFWs. There's domestic helper, military, industrial, professional, technical, administrative, or others. While for OFWs, wala yung question na occupation, pero meron kayo yung question na documentation type, documented ba or undocumented, sea-based or land-based, and then they will also ask your question, they will also ask about your employer's name. That's for OFWs, ha? Second change for One Health Pass, foreign nationals and non-OFWs have the option to put in the residence details, destination upon arrival in the Philippines, residence or hotel or resort or tourist destination. There you go. That's much better. Now that the Philippines is open to foreign nationals, then for foreigners who are staying in hotels, resorts, then they can use that information as their residence details. So just put in the name of your hotel and the address. While they finally updated it, this is good news. You remember before you accept, you click, I agree to the terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. It used to say that you will undergo quarantine daw. Now that is updated and modified na. So it states here, in the terms and conditions, no, about One Health Pass, if required, I will stay in the hotel I indicated, which is an accredited quarantine facility by DOT and BOQ, as consequence on the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and the mandatory health and safety protocols of the IATF. I hereby voluntarily submit myself to verification of my COVID-19 vaccination and negative RT-PCR test result or antigen test. And when these cannot be independently verified or found to be unacceptable, I will voluntarily submit to undergo 5 days mandatory facility-based quarantine or hotel quarantine at my assigned quarantine hotel, and shall stay therein until I undergo mandatory RT-PCR test on the 5th day, and when my quarantine certificate has been issued by the BOQ upon the release of my negative test result. So it basically says that if your vaccination proof is not accepted, or if your negative test result is invalid, then you will end up in quarantine. We know that. That's the rule. So don't be surprised if you find this in the One Health Pass. Before you submit, you find this statement here. That's alright. As long as you comply with the vaccination proof and the negative test result, you will not end up in quarantine. And as long as you travel without COVID symptoms, like without fever, especially fever, without cough, then no. If you comply and you have no symptoms, now you shouldn't end up in quarantine. So don't worry about this statement in One Health Pass. Now, some things stayed the same. For example, you still have to submit your negative test result and your vaccination proof. And the accepted formats are still PDF, JPEG, JPEG, and PNG. You have vaccination card or certificate printed. Then take a picture, clear picture of it. Then you can submit that to One Health Pass po. Take a picture, simple. If you don't have digital copy na accepted format. Well, this is still here. The accepted proof of vaccination sa mga Pilipino dyan. Hala, OFW ako, wala ang Saudi Arabia. Hindi ba tatanggapin yung vaccination card ko or proof? Tatanggapin pa rin. Again, basta Pilipino, tatanggapin po kahit wala sa mga bansang nasa lista dito. They're only strict for foreign nationals. So if you're a foreign national traveling to the Philippines, and your country where you got vaccinated is not on this list, then you may end up in quarantine. This is why it's important you secure a yellow card if your country is not on the reciprocity list. Although there were also some travelers who successfully entered without quarantine, even if their country is not on the reciprocity list. You know what, guys? I find Cebu to be the most relaxed when it comes to that reciprocity requirement. And also, sometimes it really depends on who is at the station, who is verifying. Sometimes people are strict, some are lenient. As you know, if you've been here before, there is no such thing as uniformity here in the Philippines. If you want to go by the book to be safe, then secure a yellow card if your country is not on this IATF reciprocity list. That is pretty much it, the changes. I will upload a tutorial video on how to register with One Health Pass, and I'll see you in that video if you have any more questions. But I'll see you in the next video. God bless you all and stay safe.